Hello everybody. In an earlier episode of Caching with Cadgerman, I visited the Cache La Poudre River, and I featured on that some commentary about the miniseries Centennial made back in the 1970s based on a book by James Michener. So in this episode, I'm visiting the Highlands Ranch mansion, which happens to be the mansion that was used in that miniseries as the home of Venneford Ranch. I remember seeing actors like Andy Griffith and Timothy Dalton on these very steps right here. Timothy Dalton played the character Oliver Seacombe, who was the manager or caretaker of the Venneford Ranch, and he built, in the story, he built this mansion here. The stone up there says 1891. I believe in the story, in the book, or in the miniseries, the house would have been built before that. Of course, this being a geocaching video, there's a geocache nearby. Let's go see if we can find it. It always takes a bit of looking to find one of these little nano geocaches, but I did manage to find it. So I'll sign the log and put it back where I found it. And I have one more geocache I'm going to find on the way home. So stay tuned. In the story Centennial, Oliver Seacombe, in charge of the ranch, had a clever way of acquiring ranch land around northeastern Colorado. He didn't have to acquire all the land, just certain segments of it, and then he was able to use the vast area to have a ranch with lots of cattle on it. In fact, there were cattle drives that were brought up to the area to provide the cattle for that ranch. And this was his house that he built in the story. This ranch house is open to the public. You can just wander around the grounds here. And certain days of the week, you can go inside and have a tour as well, but that's not today. There are also weddings that are held here and other events. It's a very cool and historic place. So let's go find one more geocache before we complete this episode. Let's go. This looks like it's likely to be a yucca hide. There are lots of yucca bushes here and not much else to hide a cache in along this trail. Trick is to not get poked by these things. Here's the cache right in here. Wow, it's pretty warm out here today. It's in the 90s, but I did find this cool cache. It's the second one like this I've found in the last month or two. And the first one ever. It's kind of a fake pine cone. It's pretty cool. I'll go put this back in just a moment. So we'll wrap up this episode now. Thanks for watching this episode of Caching with Cadgerman. Please subscribe to my channel. Take a look at my previous episode, which also featured some information about the book Centennial. Thanks for joining me today. See you down the trail somewhere. Take care, everybody. So long.